Well, despite the relative gloom in the high street, one product has been selling out as soon as they're put on the shelves. Not stylish or cutting-edge technology,
No, it's the tungsten filament light bulb. They're gradually being switched off, of course, in favour of the eco-friendly ones. Anna Adams joins us from a lighting shop in West London with all the details, but very few of the old light bulbs behind you. Hello, Anna.
Hi, Sean. Yes, of course, because they all got sold out. I was down here yesterday and there was a queue outside of people waiting, people carrying boxes out, people ringing ahead. I've never seen anything like it. One woman actually said it reminded her of the childhood in the war when you'd hear that there was some chocolate in a shop down the road and everyone would go and get the chocolate, there was some meat. Incredible scenes here yesterday. And it all happened because news broke that a 100-watt light bulb like this was going to become a thing of the past. We've taken them for granted for years. But now the traditional light bulb is facing extinction, as EU rules will make it illegal to manufacture the 100-watt model from September this year. But the big switch off has already begun, as many high street chains have now stopped stocking them. And like anything that's in short supply, it's led to panic buying in the few shops where they are still available.
We sold 600 of the 100-watt light bulbs today, where normally we'd sell 10 a day if we're lucky. So we got in 600 first thing this morning, 8 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, we had sold out of all 600. Everybody was taking packs of 10, boxes of 100. Sold out, no problem.
There we go.
This customer phoned ahead to make sure she wouldn't miss out. But others were not so lucky.
I've come in here today, especially to get some, because my wife can't get them in, for instance, the local supermarket. So I've come here, and they're out too, here.
Despite their green credentials, energy-saving bulbs are not to everyone's taste.
Hate them. Ugly, they don't fit my old-fashioned lights, and I can't see, I can't read with them.
They're really too expensive, and if somebody could make them cheaper, I'd buy more of them.
Tesco, B&Q, Asda and Marks & Spencer's are just a few of the high street shops that have already stopped stocking the 100-watt bulbs. But a total switchover is well underway. By next year, it will be illegal to manufacture 60-watt bulbs, and by 2016, all incandescent bulbs will have been completely phased out. Well, yesterday, there were very few people that had a good word to say about the new energy-saving light bulbs. We did speak to Matt Prescott earlier on, who from Ban the Bulb, who did show us a new generation. They'll be coming up later on in the programme. But meanwhile, Professor James Woudhuysen from Montfort University is another of the critics of the energy-saving light bulb. Why does everyone hate them?
Well, I think the quality of the light given is still got a long way to go, but I don't think that's the big issue. You know, there's absolutely no carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases coming out of this traditional one. If we've got a problem, and we have got a problem with global warming, we should fix it at source with the power stations. We shouldn't be trying to conserve energy around light bulbs. That's what Obama wants to do, but it's not really a very good program. We do need more efficient light bulbs than the old ones, but what we really need is an innovation in energy supply to lower the carbon content of what's coming out of our power stations.
So if they're not all that they're purported to be, why do you think the government's phasing them out?
Well, because the government wants to blame you and me for our individual consumption of energy instead of organising a proper energy supply. The real problem with these light bulbs is we may not have the power to power any kind of light bulb, whether it's the old sort or the new sort. If we've got no power, or we've got power but it's very polluting power, that's a problem. So we shouldn't be focusing on the individual household. We need to focus on energy supply. That way we can energise British economy and British society.
And how would we do that? I mean, you've written a book about this called Energise, so you should be able to tell us what we should be doing.
Well, we need more nuclear power. We need more coal-based power, providing we can get carbon capture and storage to work. And we need big-scale renewable energy, wind and solar. Very interesting, not many people want to build it beyond David Cameron's silly little windmill. But in the book, we're very much in favour of large-scale hydroelectric, wind and solar power.
Professor James, thanks very much for joining us. Well, you've got until September this year when these bulbs are going to stop being produced. So you've got a few months. You don't need to panic buy just yet.
Anna, before you go, you know you're showing us before those two light bulbs, and one only used 4 watts of energy but was as bright as the 40 watt. When do they come in? Do we know?
Well, you can already buy them on the internet, but very few shops, even the specialist light shops, aren't aware of them yet. They've just started being manufactured, but I'm told that online you can buy them.
OK.